I just turned 20 and I learned a lot of lessons during my teens, so here are 20 lessons that I learned in the past decade. Number 1, be kind to everybody. It won't cost you much effort at all, but it will give you so much back in return. See the positive in other people and never talk bad about someone, even not in your mind. Gossiping is one of the most negative things you can do, so always remain positive about other people, both in your mind, words and actions. Number 2, be grateful. Gratitude will help you to feel better and attract more positive things into your life. Always remember that 150,000 people didn't wake up this morning, but you did. So if you woke up this morning, you've already been blessed with the gift of life. Number 3, think. If somebody gives you advice, use your mind to think if this advice can actually work for you. Never blindly do what other people tell you to do. When I was 16 years old and really got into self-improvement, I started watching videos from, for example, Hamza. And even though his videos were great and helped me a lot to improve my life, it also sometimes worked bad for me because I did everything he said. So when somebody gives you advice, always think if his advice can really work for you. Number 4, and maybe one of the most important ones from this list, is act like the person you would most like to become. Get a clear picture in your mind of the personality you want to have and the things you want to achieve. Then start acting like you already have this personality and you already achieved the goals. And if you do this, gradually you actually become this person. Number 5, build discipline. Discipline might seem overrated, but to be honest, it's pretty underrated because discipline equals freedom. If you want to build something great, you sometimes have to put in the work when you don't feel like doing it. And always remember this: if you do not quit, you cannot fail. Because the only place where people fail is when they do not feel like showing up and they quit. So if you keep going at the moments when you want to quit, you cannot fail. If you have the discipline to show up when you don't want to, you cannot be controlled by outside events and you control your own destiny. And that's exactly why discipline equals freedom. By the way, before we continue, I created a document you can download in the description for free, which contains all of these 20 life lessons. So whenever you need some inspiration or wisdom, you can just take back the document and use it. So check the link in the description and download it for free. Number 6, learn to be patient and persistent. And this one is pretty similar to number 5 because sometimes you just do not want to show up and things get tough. You wonder why things are not going your way and why you do not have the success yet. Exactly at these points, you just have to remain patient and persistent. Again, if you do not quit, you cannot fail. Number 7, wake up early. Early mornings are super underrated because in the beginning they might feel uncomfortable, but in the long run they will increase your productivity like crazy. For example, for me, I've been working on building my YouTube channels for years now. And of course, in the past decade, I had to combine this with going to school. So sometimes I had to just wake up before school to put in the work. And again, in the beginning, this might feel incredibly uncomfortable, but it will help you so much to get more things done. Number 8, eat healthy. I think in the self-improvement space, eating healthy is also super underrated because it has so much impact on your productivity and the way you perform. It helps you to get more focus, energy, and like I said, it increases your productivity. Make sure to strive for balance with this, but try to avoid processed foods with a lot of fat and sugar and things like that. But again, strive for balance. Number 9, trade value for money, not your time. Because time is a limited resource and giving value isn't. 90% of people who are incredibly financially abundant are this way because they give a lot of value to the world. They have some kind of product or skill that a lot of people want to pay a lot of money for. So trade value for money, not your time. Number 10, set huge goals for what they will make of you. Don't be scared to go for above average. Reach for the stars, my friend, because your only limit is your own imagination. You can do so much more than you think, but you just need to have the guts to go for it. Number 11, remain calm. This is a principle from Stoicism, but you cannot control outside events, but you can control how you respond to them. So in other words, if something unfortunate happens, you cannot control this event, but you can control how you respond to this event. So use your mind in your favor, not against you. Number 12, stop chasing butterflies. Instead, work on building a better garden. Because if you do, at some point the butterflies will start coming to you. This is the case for relationships, success, opportunities, and much more. Focus on building yourself and the things you want to have will start to come to you automatically. Number 13, the compound effect. Overall, one decision doesn't have a big impact, but multiple decisions do. Going to the gym once is not going to make you incredibly strong, but if you show up consistently, you will become way stronger. So make the right decisions. Number 14, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is one of the best quotes from the motivational speaker Jim Rohn. If you have positive people around you, you will start to think and be more positive. If you have negative people around you, you will start to think and be more negative. So if you're into self-improvement, it's incredibly important to surround yourself with people who are into self-improvement as well. And over the past years, I've experienced that it's sometimes really difficult. And that's one of the reasons why I created this channel. I want to connect like-minded people with each other that that want to become the best version of themselves. Now in these kind of videos you can just listen to me, but I want to connect with you. So that's exactly why I created the Ndup Mastery Academy. It's a community filled with people that are into self-improvement and want to become the best version of themselves. In the community we help each other to become the best version of ourselves, achieve our goals, and to ultimately master our life. If you want to become part of the community, check the link in the description and I look forward to talking with you in the community. Number 15, read. I wouldn't have learned 90% of the lessons on this list if I didn't read self-improvement books. My friend Mihai from the Ndup Mastery Academy said it very well. Smart people learn from their mistakes, but wise people learn from the mistakes of others. Most self-improvement books are the result of a life filled with valuable lessons from the author. And the wise know that you can learn a life full with valuable lessons within 50 hours by reading books. Number 16, you become what you think about. If you think positively, you will feel like and be a positive person. You will enjoy life to the fullest, attract people to you like a magnet, and will be very liked. However, if you think negatively, you will feel like and be a negative person. Life feels rather like a must than a gift, and most people will dislike you. So be mindful of your thoughts, my friend, and focus on the positive. Number 17, it's all about perspective. Everything has both a positive and a negative side to it. If you miss your bus this morning, that means that you get to take some time for yourself by taking a walk. If your phone died, great, that means that you can spend more time with the people you care about. The positive side is always available, you just have to change your focus. Number 18, ask better questions. If you change the question, you change the answer. If you ask yourself, why am I so ugly? Your brain will start to look for reasons why you're ugly, even if they're not true. But if you ask yourself, what can I do to improve my looks? Your brain will start to give you ways to improve your looks. So change the question, change the answer. Number 19, seek first to understand, then to be understood. Before you speak, genuinely listen to what other people have to say until you understand them. If you understand their point of view, you can tell yours. There's absolute great power in listening, and it will help you to create and maintain a lot of relationships. And number 20 is a lesson that I learned from my grandfather. A couple years ago, my grandfather passed away, and he wrote a book for his grandchildren with the valuable lessons that he learned during his life. And he ended the book with the following quote: "If you know how to respect and preserve the good things from the past, and if you can correctly evaluate the value of new developments, then you will have a strong foundation and support in your life." In other words, use the things that you learned in the past in your favor, but also be open to new ideas. When you balance these two, you will have a strong foundation for a good life. Thank you, Grandpa, for passing this knowledge on to us. Now again, make sure to download the free document with these lessons in the description. And before I forget, I also created a video that contains 20 habits that can instantly improve your life. So make sure to watch this video next where I cover those 20 habits. And then thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in this video.